Yo, welcome, welcome. Yeah, this video is just a little bit more information on anyone that's looking for a better setup, for lack of better words, looking to move into the direct drive wheelbase setups for PlayStation 5. And it's probably specifically more to the markets and places that direct drive wheels are not all readily available. Um, and yeah, you're looking to possibly get Moza onto PS5. So I'm not affiliated with Moza Racing. I'm not affiliated with the Brook company that does the Raslution 2 device that you use to connect to the PS5. This is purely just a informative video that can possibly help some of the community that's looking to get a direct drive on PS5 and doesn't want to go the other routes or don't have the other routes available, like Fanatec or the new Thrustmaster direct drive wheelbase, and some whatever other solutions there are. But here in South Africa, the Fanatec equipment is just it's not all available, or it's limited. It's available very limitedly, or it's just extremely expensive for the equipment that is available. So I just wanted to chat a bit about how I got my Moza R9v2 and KS wheel with the SRP loadcell pedals to work really well on the PS5 using the Brook Raslution 2 device. Um, just a disclaimer, yeah, like I say, I'm not affiliated to any of these people. This is purely just my experience, and hoping that this experience can help you make a decision on whether you want to go this route or not. So, uh, yeah, there's a couple of things to chat about. Yes, you can currently see it's connected to a PC, and this is just for some information. Um, I do now race on PC as well as PS5, but this is purely about how we get connected to PS5. So, first of all, I'm just going to turn on the equipment that's currently connected to the PC so that you can see that it's all legit and it is what I say it is. This is the V2 base, it's not the V1. And just going to talk about a couple of pieces of information, specifically software. The version software that is on your base is extremely important, and I'm going to just talk about that now. So the Brook Resolution and Moza Base connect to the PS5, and Brook Resolution device makes the PS5 think that it is a G293. Don't get despondent or put off when I say it makes it look like a G293. You still get, I'd say, around 70% of the benefits of a direct drive base um, through the Raslution 2. You're not getting the full experience of a direct drive wheelbase as if you were when you're racing on PC. So I'm just making that very clear. But it is still one hell of an experience and still a whole lot better than the G293 that I was using, because you're still getting a lot of the feedback that a direct drive wheel offers, as well as the force feedback and the ability to have better equipment, I'd say. So the first thing that needs to be looked at is the version of your wheelbase. So currently, the wheelbase of the V92 has to be version V1.2.3.14. Any other version currently does not work on Brook Resolutions 2, and this uh, uh, is very important. It has to be this version. So, first step, guys, is to make sure that your base is set to uh, 1.2.3.14. Okay, so that's the first step. You'll notice that if you have any other version of software, it will not work. The second step is to make sure that your Brook Raslution 2 software is the correct one. And I will post all this information in the comments and yeah, that in below the video so that you can refer to it easily. So the current software that needs to be on the Brook Raslution 2 is version 1.8.05. And that is their most latest version of software. There has been 1 or 2 releases since I bought it, and they're constantly developing this to give you a better experience of direct drive wheel on PS5. But currently it is version 1.8.05. So these two pieces of information are very, very critical. Without this, the wheel will experience disconnects during your racing. You'll have inverted steering. Your brake pedals and fuel throttle pedal will lock up, and you'll have a very frustrating time. I did experience this in the beginning before I did a lot more research and actually understood everything and sorted these two out. Brook's Raslution 2 is very, very good in providing support. The team is very, very dedicated to the customers that do buy these things. So don't feel like you're just going to buy this thing, it's not going to work, and you're not going to get any support. Brook is very, very good at giving support, and they've gotten back to me very, very quickly when I have experienced some issues. So I give you confidence that the system does work on PS5, and I'm extremely, extremely happy with it. And yeah, I would highly recommend it if you're looking for a direct drive and don't have the accessibility to the other brands. Specifically here in South Africa, it's quite difficult. So yeah, once you've gotten all of this, your actual wheel on the base can be the latest. The SRP load cells can be the latest. Those can always be updated. They don't have any effect because they're a separate unit and won't affect anything in the game. Unfortunately, for anything else to do with the wheelbase settings and wheel settings, there isn't much I can talk about here because it does generically see it as a G293, so you know, leaving the wheelbase at the max feedback and output torque is essential. So just make sure you leave it, as high as possible. The other effects don't have any adjustment to the system, and I'll show you where you can adjust those shortly. The only other big item is on the wheel itself, is the sticks. So you'll notice on your wheel you've got the two sticks, and you can see they're flashing yellow or orange on the screen now. Those must be set to button mode for both, and this makes it usable on the PS5. So you can still map those, and currently I use that for moving around the dashboard on PS5. Your marker where you can select things and go to things, and as well as mapping it to the ability to adjust your mapping your MFD, changing your brake bias, traction control, all of that. So all of those can still be mapped, and relatively all the other buttons work. You also need to figure out which ones are which. The X, the square, circle, all of that still works. Your paddles are used as I think it's R1 or R2, L1, L2. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's one of the two. They definitely work, and you can navigate through your PS5 completely on your wheel without any issues. So it's really, really great. They've done a very, very good job on that. So the next big thing is about how you turn your equipment on. So there is a specific order on how you turn your equipment on, and I'm going to take you through it quickly, just so this is probably the most important step. Otherwise, you do experience disconnects. But if you do it in this order, I am yet to experience an issue, and it works absolutely perfectly. So obviously your PlayStation needs to go on, and you need to be somewhere. You can be on the home screen, you can be in a profile, it doesn't matter. The pedals, sorry, I'm just going to grab all the USBs now out of the PC so that you can see what I'm doing. So the USB for the pedals. Note your pedals are not connected to your wheelbase via the Ethernet cable, so there's no need for that. Your pedals are connected to the Brook's Raslution device separately. And just for instance sakes, just so you guys know that they're always connected. You don't have to disconnect them or reconnect them ever. They're always connected, and they are in port 2. So you'll notice underneath there's port 1 and there's port 2. Your pedals are always connected to port 2. They stay in there, never take them out. If you're only racing on PS5, never take them out. They're always connected. PlayStation is switched on, step 1. Step 2, switch your wheel on. Now note, guys, I'm not connected. My wheelbase is not connected to the Brook's Raslution 2 yet. Let it do its initialization and setup, and you can leave it as it is. The next step is to select the settings on the Brook's Raslution. And this is as simple as turning it on when it's connected to the PlayStation. Leaving it on PS5. Then connecting the wheelbase before it goes off. And you'll see the device will turn back on, and you leave it until it has a spinning wheel icon. It's a spinning wheel icon. So let me just get this to you so that you guys can see it. I just want to get the cable quickly. Apologies. Sorry, let me just grab it quickly. Should have prepared for this better. I will post the exact order on how to do this in the comments as well, so you guys can have a look at it there. So PlayStation on Brook's. So your Brook's cable that's connected to the PlayStation must be unplugged. Okay. Always leave your pedals in. Never take them out. Turn your PlayStation on. Make sure your pedals are connected. Insert your cable into your PS5 so that it turns on. Select which console you're using. I'm currently using the PS5. As soon as it's ready, then plug your wheelbase in, and it will restart, reinitialize. Leave it as it is. Do not touch anything. Do not touch anything. Only as soon as it changes to a spinning wheel device. There we go. That's it. It means it's ready. Then you can hit the button that is configured on your wheel. Mine is currently the big end button on the bottom right hand corner. That's the button 36. You hit that, and it will then recognize it as a remote and ask you to sign and select a profile. And voila, you're done. You're done. It's connected. You can use it. You're going to have an epic time on your direct drive wheelbase on PS5. Now, there's a bunch of other settings that are definitely worth looking at. So the force feedback can be turned up and down on the device. In-gauge settings you can leave as high as possible. There's no clipping on this device because it's strong enough. You can select the steering range. So you'll notice in some cars in GT3, the range is a little bit smaller than others or bigger than others. And yeah, you'll notice, I specifically noticed in the GTR, the Grade 3 GTR, that the steering range is quite small, so I need to increase the steering range, and that can all be done on here as well. So either increase it, it's got plus 10, minus 10, and that increases the steering range so that you can have more control. Dead zone, specifically I use this for grade 1 cars because you get a bit of vibration in the wheel. Increasing the dead zone helps with that, as well as, keeping in a straight line down the straights. And yeah, that's pretty much you can change the language and whatnot, but I'm sure you don't really care about that. But yeah, guys, I've had really, really great success using this. I will post links to anything. I do have a beta version currently supplied to me from Brooks that is working really, really well on this device. If you do need help with any of these things, please just like and comment and subscribe to the channel, and I'll get your comments if you need any help. I'm really, really happy to do so. I've had great success with this. Anyone that is nervous about it not working, or it being a bad experience for the money you're going to spend on a direct drive wheelbase, it really, really is working well, and I really hope this video can bring some other guys confidence that the direct drive wheelbase is working well on the PS5 with Brook's Raslution 2. Um, yeah. Sorry if I've repeated myself a few times, but yeah, if you guys need any help, please comment in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to help you. If you need to get onto a chat with me, or you need some more advice, or you need, yeah, I've got all the latest software. I can share that to you via Google Drive if you need, and you can make sure that your version of the Brooks Resolution 2 software is correct. More than willing to help the community, and yeah, like and share the video with anyone that you feel could use this information, and I really appreciate the support. I've got a host of other information I can share in terms of other games I'm using. I'm currently using this for Gran Turismo 7, but yeah, I really, really had great success, and hope this helps a couple of you guys out there. So yeah, thanks for watching, and cheers for now.